I was really fortunate right before Bob Roberts, like a few months before I finished working with Robert Altman.
On The Player.
Yeah, and knowing that I was going to do the Bob Roberts after The Player, I had an acute eye honed on Robert Altman and his process. And one of the major things
so you knew, when you were in The Player, you were actually sort of scouting and taking notes on...
I was.
That's so smart.
But I had been taking notes with all the directors I'd worked with, but now I got to work with my hero. Because he was, when I first...
What made him your hero?
Nashville. First movie I saw in my life that I realized movies are awesome. You know, I'd seen movies before that, but this one just blew my mind. I was like, oh my God, this is an art form.
Was it the life and energy in his films that seemed so much greater than other filmmakers?
It was the life, the energy, and the anarchy. There was a sense that anything could happen and that you're observing something that is very special and real and true. And to see him work and to see his process was a great gift to be able to have right before directing my first film. And one of the things that was most illuminating, early on, there was a question, someone had, and they came to him and said, Bob, what do you, what should, he says, you know what, I don't know. What do you think? And I thought, wow, because I worked with kind of semi-autocratic directors before, and he's not Altman at all, but I worked with people that were just bullheaded and knew everything, right? And wound up maybe not knowing it completely or not making the right decision. Altman could easily have defined himself as the auteur, the expert,
sure,
the genius, but he was so humble in his approach. Now, I actually think he did know the answer to the question, but was involving people in that way because he wanted everyone thinking that way on his set. And he wanted everyone involved at dailies. And he wanted everyone, we actually had dailies for The Player, where we'd go and sit in a room and watch them together and have wine and talk about the day's work. And if there was a mistake made, it would be, okay, we got to fix that. But all this process of taking an idea from the craft service person, that this idea that everyone here has a mind and a conception of what it could be, what do other people think?